Hi, this is Still Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into a microphone. Why? Well, just because I can, and I continue with Legacy of Kain, Defiance, Blind. Let's go deeper into the crypt. Okay, so I'm probably supposed to light all of the braziers at once. And that's why this crystal is here, so that I can power it up. Okay, so that's the third spear. I presume if I take it, the guardians, yeah, I figured. I'm actually rather low on health, which is a bit of a problem.
With this third and final weapon, the mystery of the fountain would finally be solved.
Okay, so it's a portal.
Here, the images were unadulterated, and their meaning ominously clear. The vampire hero, the bearer of the Reaver blade, was confronted by an adversary worthy of his powers. The enemy race, long banished, had a champion of their own, with flaming eyes and a fiery sword. The resemblance I bore to the adversary mocked all my hopes. Had Kain been the vampire hero of prophecy all along? Did he suspect what I was? For if I was this foretold adversary, then Mobius was right, and had always been right. I was destined to fight Kain and destroy him, or be destroyed. What part did free will play in any of this?
What is he talking about? If anything, I would say Raziel looks much more like the vampire hero, because he's blue and he has wings, and he has the Reaver. Although I guess Kain has the physical Reaver now. But Kain, if anything, looks more like the Hilden champion, because he's grey, and like bulky and muscular. So I'm not quite sure where does Raziel take his supposed resemblance to the Hilden hero. Oh well, we'll see where it goes. Interesting that I'm not confronting any guardians this time.
Death is your release. This state is merely atonement.
Okay, so in fact, I am confronting the Guardians, and 2 of them at once, no less. I stand no chance against this. Although, to be honest, maybe I do, because I can consume the small creatures for health. Even then, it's a very chaotic kind of fight. Okay, that's one of them. Okay, but I still need to find a way to turn back corporeal. Okay, there it is.
Once more, the Reaver absorbed the spirits of the former vampire guardians, and thus was imbued with the elemental power of water. Perhaps now I could enter that mysterious crypt at the end of the garden.
Yes, indeed. And use the water Reaver to freeze waterfalls. Okay, that's cool. But first, let me get in here. Okay, so I'm missing 3. Okay, I'm not quite sure what's happening. Okay, I think it looks like this. Okay, great. Because there's a corporeal thingamajig passageway here. And there is the last brazier. So how do I get into the garden again? I think it's through the fire thingamajig on this side. I'm going to die soon, and I'm not quite sure where the checkpoint is. Oh, it's right here. I was standing on it. It's actually a little bit funny, but also beneficial. Okay, is there a way to turn corporeal over here somewhere? There is.
So, our wretched little savior returns. Come to join the last pathetic battle of the vampire race? But on which side, I wonder?
I've not come to fight you, Vorador.
You don't know why you're here.
I know this much, that you are the author of my fate, and as such, only you can rewrite it.
You give me too much credit.
You forged the Reaver. I have seen the evidence.
I was its maker, yes?
Then you know its purpose.
No. Only the scraps of prophecy my master shared with me.
And do these scraps explain why you would forge a weapon to imprison your savior?
Ah, well then. It seems we have our answer. You've chosen your path.
I have chosen nothing. I've been deceived at every turn. You seem to know what I am. Tell me.
I thought I did once. But now all the prophecies have failed. The pillars are corrupted. I am the last of my kind, and when Mobius's hunters find me, it will have all been for nothing.
You've forgotten about Kain.
Ah, yes, Kain. I fear he shoulders a greater burden than he realizes. I cannot help you, even if I was inclined to. I crafted the Reaver blade, but only at the behest of my sire, Janos Audron. What sorcery he and the others laid upon the sword afterward, I cannot say.
Janos tried to give me the Reaver before he died. He said that it was forged for me. But what did he mean? As my weapon or my prison?
Perhaps you should ask him yourself.
Janos is here.
In a manner of speaking. The greatest of us all, the father of our race. The Seraphim tore the heart from his living body 5 centuries ago.
But there's no sign of decay. How is this possible after all these years?
Somewhere, the heart still beats, and while it does, the body will remain preserved. If his heart could be restored, Janos might yet be raised.
And you haven't tried to recover it in all these years?
Many times, but our enemies hid the heart too well. It was taken as a trophy to Avernus Cathedral centuries ago, where they christened it the Heart of Darkness. Believing that it embodies the essence of our dark gift, they hid the heart away lest it fall into the wrong hands. Our hands. Redeem yourself. You may be our last hope. Perhaps you alone can find the heart if it is meant to be found. If Janos can be resurrected, he will have all the answers you require. This key will open your way to Avernus. But be advised, there are dark sorceries at work in the cathedral. You must be on your guard.
Okay, so this, I know where this goes, but what I don't understand is, and what I don't understand why Raziel has not brought up, is Kain said at the end of Soul Reaver 2 that they have fallen into the trap of the Hilden, and then he said Janos Audron must remain dead. So I presume he meant by that, if they were to revive him, it would actually play into their enemy's hands, but he didn't elaborate, how exactly that is, or why. So that's kind of weird. You'd think that's a crucial bit of information that would be wise to share with Raziel. But I wonder if they will come back to it. Like, I presume they will, because I am on my path to raise Janos from the dead, but I was told in Soul Reaver 2 that it's a bad idea, so I presume the game will, show me why it is a bad idea once I do it. come on! Okay, again, it's actually quicker to kill myself than it is to... provided I can find enough enemies. Are there any enemies here? Oh my god! Okay, this is bullshit. I passed through it? Like, this is nonsense.
Avernus is in flames, and with it, our hopes may evaporate.
How can I find the heart in the midst of such chaos?
You must act quickly, but beware an ancient evil dwells within, long unspoken among our kind. Undoubtedly, this is the source of the corruption that infects the circle. If you are to succeed, you must resist its influence.
Okay, so he's talking about #geek, which I am it's nice that the game finally brings him up after all of the games from Blood Omen 1 to this, because he seemed like such a significant, logically such a significant piece of the plot, but functionally he just appeared for like a minute in Blood Omen 1, and that's it. Depart for Avernus? Sure. Okay, so Kain is still at the Vampire Citadel. Wasn't I here? maybe it's a different gate.
This history, in part, I knew already. How, as the vampires began to die out, the pillars summoned human guardians to fulfill their roles. It seemed the ancient vampires had adopted, and when necessary, abducted the human guardians and made vampires of them when they came of age, until the humans rebelled against their masters. And here, I made a surprising discovery. It was Mobius, the time streamer, and Mortanius, guardian of death, who led the bloody revolt. Now, I understood why Mobius hated me so intensely. I was the first vampire guardian in all these centuries, and he knew what my coming signified. Or perhaps I reminded him of all he had forsaken.
But that's interesting that Mortanius was there as well, because Mortanius, first of all, was possessed by the #gig, which is why, like everything that happened in Blood Omen 1 happened in accordance with what #gig wanted, I guess. But at first glance, it seemed that Mortanius is actually like cognizant of the fact that the circle is corrupted and needs to be destroyed, down to and including his own death, which was weirdly and kind of weirdly noble of him and kind of cool. But then it was subverted by the fact that he was possessed by the #gig. So I am confused. But to be honest, the storyline of this game overall is pretty confusing, what with the constant time travel. So I assume in Avernus Cathedral I am going to meet #gig again, and more is going to be revealed regarding his plans. Okay, so it's another Reaver shrine.
The orb that once opened this portal had been destroyed. To power it, I would need to find a substitute.
find the earth relic to unlock the door, so that would be for this door over there. It might be on the outside, technically speaking, you know, on the outside of this very temple, in the vampire citadel proper. Okay, you know what? I will look for it next time, because this episode has been long enough, so I'm going to save here and end it for now. That's all for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!